y'all. Listen, I would say I'm not going to be before you long, but I am. I'm going to try to break this video into parts and sections and whatnot. But a couple of weeks ago, maybe even last week, maybe no, it's probably been a couple of weeks. I took a picture, right, of me juicing or making juice, fresh juice. I'm doing it again, but this time I'm going to show you my process. You don't have to do it my way, but this is my process. So, y'all, I got fruit everywhere, so I'm going to try to see if I can show you what I'm doing here. And I'm trying, you know what, I'll just wait. I'll wait until a couple of more people arrive, and then we'll get started. Right now, I'm just going to cut up some fruit, okay? So as you hop on in, just hop on in. It's been a minute since I've been on live, been on Facebook, period. Y'all, look at that pineapple. Oh, sweet Jesus. That's going to be good. If I had the space, I keep seeing on different platforms where you can grow your own pineapple. I'm not there yet, y'all, and I don't have the space for that. But I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it. God's going to give me my land, and I can grow as many pineapples and oranges and peaches as I want to. But in the meantime and in between time, I have to buy my fruit. Oh, smell good. Smell that. So I am going to do pineapple. Well, one of the things that prompted me to kind of do it again was, watermelon don't last. Y'all don't pay no mind to that thing up there in the ceiling. Something's going on with gnats, and I can't get rid of them. So I had to go old school like my grandmama did and put me up a trap in my ceiling. But anywho, I cut the skin off of my pineapple first before I juice it. Again, however you choose to do it is up to you, okay? But I'm going to try to not take all night. This thing is a process. When I tell y'all, the ends justify the means, okay? The process is long, but if anybody logs on and has a shorter version of how to get this done, I'm going to just take the skin off of all my pineapples first, right? So I'm going to do these three. I'm going to set that to the side like that. And I'm going to just cut the tops off and the bottoms, and then commence to cutting the skin off the sides like that. Y'all can't see, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking it off. Let me see if I can try to prop it up. Like that? Is that better? So I'm just taking the skin off the outside, paying attention to not cut my finger because I have done that as well during this process or doing this process. So and I have a very small cutting board. Hey, Cuzzo. Hey, Bree. Hey, Momo. My niece just left me, y'all. My niece Mo just left me. I have to go to her and y'all young folk, my young babies in the family to teach me how to do certain things with this technology stuff. Sometimes I gotta go to my youngest son, Brand, to help me along the way on certain things, especially when it comes to them smartphones. I have one, but when they say a smartphone, yes, my phone is smarter than me sometimes. I do believe that. Ain't no shame. I'm telling it like it is. Okay, so this is my third pineapple, and I'm just going to do the same thing. Cut the top off, cut the butt off. And just go down the sides like that. I'm pretty sure there's another way to do this. I just don't know it. But if somebody come on here and say, Tawanda Denise, there is a simpler way. And you know, I'm going to stop myself mid-sentence because sometimes simple ain't always better. Okay, so let me just throw that disclaimer in there. Sometimes simpler is not always better. Sometimes we got to go old school with a lot of stuff. Okay, so y'all, don't judge me, but these was 3 pineapples I already had, and I went and bought 3 more. Something about that pineapple watermelon juice. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. So, y'all, I got some raspberries, okay, because they don't stay in season all year long, right? I got some strawberries, which I probably should be soaking these in my baking soda right now, but give me a second. Also, somebody let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, just give me a thumbs up and let me know if you're watching, if you can hear me okay. Because sometimes when I'm moving around, I got my earpiece in, but you may not be hearing me or you may not connect. So just give me a thumbs up and let me know if you can hear me. Also, I am doing some elderberry. This is the time of year where the kids are back in school. I don't know if you have young kids or grandbabies, and they are bringing home all kinds of foolishness. So, okay, cuz, thank you. I'm trying to flip this camera. There we go. So I'm also doing some elderberry. Okay. Of course, elderberry is very good for cold and flu season, and they make a lot of medicines with containing elderberry. So I'm also doing elderberry, and I'm going to incorporate that into one of these juices. I don't know which one yet. So I'm going to do pineapple, watermelon, strawberry, watermelon. I may even throw in some oranges. Y'all, if y'all see my dining room table, again, this is a judgment-free zone for me. Okay, I don't judge nobody. I don't come on here to tell nobody how to do anything. This is just something that I choose to share and how I do it. So hopefully, prayerfully, nobody's on here judging me. But if you do, then that's fine too. I have pineapples, oranges, watermelon, and good old trusty grapefruit, pink grapefruit to be more specific. So I'm going to just do a little, blueberries. I have blueberries. And I think I'm going to do I got some limes. They're in the refrigerator right now. Lemons. So I'm just going to play around, you know, and throw some stuff together and see if I like it. What I didn't do the last time, and I'll share this with you guys too. What I didn't do, it turned out, thank God, it turned out okay. But what I didn't do the last time was taste certain flavors before I mixed them together. Luckily, they paired really well. But I noticed like the berries pair well together. What I found is I don't want to do too much citrusy fruit together all together because it'll be too citrusy. So I want to like balance it with something like I'm not going to do the pink grapefruit with lemons, right? Because the pink grapefruit is already citrusy by itself. So I'll pair the pink grapefruit with something sweet like apples or the watermelon or the pink grapefruit with some strawberries, something. And speaking of, let me say something else I learned, but I didn't know during this process. If you don't like pulp, which I don't, get you a masticating juicer. If juicing is something that you want to get into, get you a masticating juicer, which separates. That's just a fancy word of saying your juice is going to separate from your pulp. Okay. If you don't mind the pulp and seeds and all that stuff going into your juice, have at it. I don't like pulp. I don't like it in orange juice. I don't like to taste that texture, right? So, but if that's your thing, that's your thing. My juicer, it is no particular brand. I had a cousin ask me, what's the brand of my juicer? It is no brand. I literally went on Amazon, looked up the description of what I wanted it to do. Bang, bang, boom. I ordered me a juicer. So, if it had a name on it, I don't know where it is. So, yeah, it's got forward, off, and reverse. That's it. Nothing fancy about it. And, yeah, it's got the little thing that you can push your fruit down in there. It's got your resting place up here, I guess, for your juice. If it starts getting, overflow or whatever, just shove it down in there and keep it moving. It's not particularly loud, and I'm going to run it so you guys can hear it. But yeah, the only thing I learned quite a few things, but like I said, I don't like pulp. And if that's your thing, and if you don't mind that, then you can just get you a regular old juicer. I was seeing a lot of, I can't think of the brand, but a lot of people were using, like, it seemed like every time I turned on Instagram, they were using this. It looked like everybody and their mama was using the same juicer. But like I said, I don't have a particular brand. It does what I need it to do, and I'm not hung up on, brand names and this, that, and the third. As long as it does what I want it to do, I'm good. Okay. So I got my pineapple, well, two of them, on my cutting board because, as I said earlier, my cutting board is rather small. So I'm just going to turn on my juicer. And I'll try to, okay, so you can see there's nothing in there yet, right? I'm going to try to hold this and let y'all see up close what it does. So those are my 2 containers. One, the juice is going to flow in, and one is going to, see the pulp is going to go in like that. Real simple. And I just keep going until this container gets full. When it can't hold, it doesn't hold a whole lot, y'all, by the way. So when this container gets full, I'm going to dump it in a pitcher. And then I'll keep doing that. I have several pitchers. And I'll just keep doing that until I've juiced all of my pineapple. And then I'll go to my next fruit. If it's something that I'm going to pair with the pineapple, which I am going to pair the watermelon with it, I won't clean this out because it's going to be paired with the fruit that I'm already juicing. So, but when I switch to my berries, then I'll clean it. Takes about 10 minutes. I'll clean it. That way I don't have my berries mixed with my whatever. Because I might just decide to do all berry mixture. And I have to wait until I do all of my fruit first, and then I do my ginger last, my ginger root, which, another FYI, don't do what I did and buy a whole bunch of ginger, okay? Till, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to. Is that better? Is that a little bit better? It said tilt the other way. Hey, sis. Do not make the same mistake I did. Went to the Asian market and I bought this huge thing of ginger. You do not need a whole lot. Okay? I bought me 3 roots, and this is probably going to be more than enough. Ginger, turmeric, you don't need a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot. Is that better, cuz? You said tilt it the other way? Okay. So, yeah. I'm going to add ginger into everything because I like ginger, and I have digestion issues. But you don't have to. You can put in your juice or not, whatever you want to or not. I choose ginger and turmeric because I have really bad acid reflux. So I'm constantly, sucking on ginger, candy, ginger rock, and sometimes I'll add it to my tea, but it does really help with nausea, acid reflux, GERD. If you have like digestion issues, it certainly does help with that. The turmeric we know is very good. I think I had did a video when I was doing the 30-day vegan challenge. I don't quote me. I haven't gone back into my my Facebook lives, but it's not really loud, y'all. I don't think it's loud, but maybe I might be used to it, so it may not sound loud to me. But the turmeric is really, really good. Y'all don't laugh at my senior mind. I'll start talking and completely mid-sentence and forget what I was saying. Don't laugh at me. So the ginger, the turmeric, the ginger is good for your digestion health, and the turmeric is good for your if you have arthritis, any type of. It actually looks like an arthritic finger. Let me show y'all. Hold on. I have just happened. Hold on. Where is my turmeric? I thought I may not have any more. I thought I did. Anywho, oh, here it is. The turmeric, of course, you have to activate that with a little black pepper. You do not need a whole lot of black pepper, but the black pepper activates the turmeric. And if you can see, it kind of looks like an arthritic finger, doesn't it? So, if ever, I might as well leave this one out. And again, you don't even need a whole lot of this. So I'm going to chop this up, and all of these I have to juice separately. So, because I don't want ginger and turmeric in everything. Sorry, I don't want ginger and turmeric in everything I'm juicing. So I have to juice this one little finger of turmeric separate, and then I'll do my ginger root separate. And then I'll just put those in separate cups because I'm not doing a whole lot. Yeah. So that's definitely good for arthritis, joint pain, and stuff like that. How often you need to drink it, or me and my son, we were taking shots of it like 3 times a week, and we kind of got away from it. But I would consult, my doctor first if you are diabetic or any type of health issues. I certainly am not claiming to be any medical professional where I'm telling somebody to take this in lieu of medicine. That is not what I'm saying. And please, please, please check with your doctor to make sure before going to get turmeric and ginger if that's something that you can take. All of this pulp I do nothing with. I literally throw it away. I think somebody said you can put it in pies and cakes, and I don't like it. So if I had hogs and pigs and stuff, and to put in the slop bucket, that will probably work for them. I don't have none of that. So here we go. So as y'all can see, I did 2. This is my last pineapple, right? Because I didn't have space for it. So y'all can see how much juice I got. That's foam. Okay. This is how much juice I got from 2 pineapples. So if y'all was laughing at me because I had all this fruit, it really doesn't give you a lot of juice. And the first time I did it, I had these humongous 16-ounce, I think they were 16-ounce bottles. I don't even think we have any more. Hold on, let me see. So this size bottle is what I had originally. I think this is 16. I'm not 100% sure. But what I realize is fruit is expensive, right? And food period is expensive, but definitely fresh fruit is expensive. So I wanted to, not necessarily break the bank, but also, try to have something healthy. When the grandkids come over, and they want juice, I don't buy Capri Suns. I don't buy, I'm not a soda drinker. Every now and again, I will buy a jug of cranberry juice. And I was like, I can make that with less sugar, right? So that's where the idea for me came in to play. And, like I said, I wanted something, a healthy alternative when I want to be healthy. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want my pound cake, and sometimes I want my sweet potato pie, and sometimes I want an Oreo cookie. But this is also an alternative when you want a sweet snack with less added sugar. Is that the right word I'm using? Added sugar? Because natural fruit has its own sugar, right? So we want to eliminate, hang on, I gotta grab a picture. We want to try to eliminate the processed sugar as much as possible. And we know that watermelon is good for you. Okay, these are my two pictures I'm going to be using. Now, this third step, the second step that I'm going to do, some people do it, some people don't. I'm going to do it today just to show you that it is something you can try, because even though I took the pulp out, and I'll show you guys in a minute what I'm getting ready to do. Even though I took the pulp out, it is still some straining to be done. So I take a cheesecloth, right? And I'm going to put it over my pitcher like so. Can y'all see that? I'm going to try to, okay. So I put it over my pitcher like that. And I'm going to start pouring slowly over my pitcher. And then I'm going to grab these ends, because otherwise it's just going to fall down into the pitcher, right? So I'm going to grab my ends up. I just wanted to get it started. A little liquid in there to kind of catch it. And when I show you all this stuff, I don't even know what it is, because I got the pulp out, right? Probably should have did this over the bowl first. Let me try this. Hang on. Okay. Let me do the strainer first. I did it backwards, y'all. So I'm pouring it over the strainer. And watch how much, I don't even know what it is. It's not pulp. I don't know what it is, but it's like a little bit of stuff still. Hold on, let me make sure I got it all out. Whatever this is, it's kind of thick. I don't know if y'all can see that. I can feel it. So y'all can't feel it, but it's kind of like thick. It's not really pulp. I don't know what it is, but I don't want it in my juice. So I strain it with the strainer, and then I'm gonna go back, and that's probably why it takes me so long, y'all, because when I tell you this thing is a process, it's a process. So there's nothing left in the strainer, but the stuff that I had poured into the cheesecloth, I don't know what that is. I don't like that. But it's kind of like a something. I don't know. But anywho, I bought these cheesecloths to do my elderberry. And I'm gonna strain that in a little while and let that cool off, so that'll be ready for whenever. So that's just pineapple juice, and believe that's all three of those. Yes, that's all three of those. So when I tell y'all it takes a lot, okay, let me back up. For me and what I'm doing, it takes a lot of fruit to fill these bottles. And just so y'all can see, these are the small bottles. These are the 8-ounce. I switched. Okay, I need to get more fruit in these bottles. Fruit roll-ups, cuzzo. I never thought about that. See? Hey, bro. Hey, David. So I never thought about it. But I did hear somebody say something about using the pulp in bread. You can use it in bread. Again, each his own. I never thought about it though. So I'm gonna rinse this cheesecloth out real quick, and my cutting board is a little pineapple-y. I don't need to, like I said, as long as I'm mixing the same fruits together, I won't clean my juicer out. So right now, I did the pineapple, right? And now I'm gonna do, oh, I got 2 other pineapples over there on the table. Wait a minute. So let me do all of the pineapple, and that way I know all of that's done. And then I'm gonna do the watermelon. This elderberry, if y'all don't know, I'm here to tell you. I'm not saying it's the cure all for colds and flu and all that, but it does work. I'm just saying. I have had COVID a couple of times. I have had RSV a couple of times. Pneumonia. So I get sick. Easy and quick, right? So my niece, Mo, who's on here, turned me on to elderberry, and I am grateful because I noticed since I started taking it, drinking it, knock on wood, I have not been sick, which is awesome because I usually get sick when the seasons change. When the weather turns, I've had summer colds. I didn't get sick not one. Did I have a cold this summer? I don't think I did. I get bronchitis easily. It's just a lot. So anything that I can do, or you can share or want to share, with me, I would greatly appreciate it because, it's all about, if you can teach me something, teach me. If I can teach you something, you know, that I know about, I certainly will. I have no problem doing that. So let me go grab the other 2 pineapples. All right, so this is going to be the last of the pineapples. You said it's not bad, it's not loud at all. Very good. Okay, good. Because I thought maybe, if I'm used to hearing it, it may not be necessarily loud to me because I'm used to it. But if you say it's not loud, then that's good. Okay, so same old, skin it on down. This stuff is so prickly. What goes well with kiwi? Anybody know? I have a couple of kiwis in the fridge, but they're so small I wasn't gonna try and do a whole bunch of kiwi anything because they were kind of sort of expensive, and I think I got like 6 of them in a pack. So if anybody knows a good fruit that goes along with kiwi, if I have it, chances are I do, I'll juice it with the kiwis. Oh, so the last time I juiced, I went and got some dragon fruit. And before I went, I want y'all to know, I don't go into this blind. Like, I Google and do a little research before I go buy, certain fruits or whatever. So I'm on Google, right? And I wanted to know which dragon fruit was the sweetest, okay? And plus, I wanted to know what pairs well with certain fruits. Now, when I tell y'all I don't remember nothing I Googled, I don't remember nothing I Googled. But I go to the H Mart, which is, those of you that live in my area, my state, is like an Asian market, right? They have all kinds of fruit, vegetables, Asian stuff. Okay. I go to the dragon fruit. Okay, so they got pink dragon fruit, they got the yellow golden dragon fruit. When I Googled what's the sweetest dragon fruit, Google told me yellow. I buy yellow dragon fruit. Get it home, wash it, okay, peel it, right? Scoop out the dragon fruit. It comes out easy, right? So I'm like, cool, okay. That dragon fruit wasn't sweet. And how come certain dragon fruit come out looking purple or pinkish? Case in point, I got a dragon fruit drink from Dunkin' this morning. My dragon fruit wasn't this color. My dragon fruit didn't come out this color. So either they are adding something to this dragon fruit to make it this color, or I bought the wrong dragon fruit. Tastes like dragon fruit, but mine wasn't that color. So I don't know what I didn't do what's supposed to do. But when I put my dragon fruit in the blender, seeds and all, and I didn't like the way that juice. That did not. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know, but it didn't juice well. It looked like somebody had shook black pepper into the bottle, and you had to shake it up every time. Now, even with these, you still have to shake up your juice, right? Because it'll settle and separate. There's nothing in no preservatives in there to keep it, concentrated. And this is regular fruit going into a regular bottle, into the fridge and or freezer. Okay, it's that's all it is. So when I put it in the refrigerator, I noticed I had to shake it up. But going back to the dragon fruit, when I went to the refrigerator, that didn't even look appetizing to me. I ain't gonna lie. And I made it. And I'm like, okay. But what I mixed it with tasted good, but it wasn't appealing to it wasn't appealing to the eye at all. It looked like, and it settled, like the dragon fruit settled to the bottom. I can't remember what I mixed it with. But you had to, shake it up. And my son was like, "Oh my God, man, this is delicious." Okay, from your word mouth to God's ears, honey, because it was okay. I don't want you to think it was disgustingly nasty. It just didn't look right to me. All them black seeds, and what they do with the seeds at Dunkin'. Why I don't see no black seeds in my juice from Dunkin' Donuts? Okay, I'm just saying. Mine had seeds in it. They said you could juice it with the seeds. I ain't trying to say nothing, but something went horribly wrong with my dragon fruit juice experience. Okay, so my elderberry is done. I'm gonna turn that off, and I'm gonna move that from the burner. Y'all can't see what I'm doing, but trust me when I say I'm moving it off the burner, and that's gotta cool. I don't add anything to it. I'm talking about the elderberry, if I didn't say that. I'm going to strain that with the cheesecloth, and I'm going to mix that in with a couple of drinks, and then I'm going to take a mason jar and put the remaining. I think I actually have a mason jar with elderberry in it already. You can actually add honey to your elderberry. Hold on, y'all. You can add elderberry. Let me turn my phone down. You can add elderberry add honey to your elderberry and make a syrup, like cough syrup. You can add honey to it, and that'll be your cough syrup elixir, y'all. So I know y'all probably seen it on Facebook, the Apothecary, where you can make your own home remedies and stuff. They got me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. They got me. But it's so interesting because there are a couple people that I follow on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and they were talking about, they always talk about actually, natural herbs and stuff, and that can help, heal your body. And first of all, we know that, I believe, excuse me, I'm sorry, POV. I believe, this is Tawanda's point of view, not nobody else's. I believe that God designed our bodies to heal itself. It's what we put in it that's not healthy sometimes, or I shouldn't even say sometimes, and then a lot of times our body is rejecting all this extra stuff that we try to put in it, and that's what causes some sicknesses. I'm not saying all, I'm just saying some sicknesses. So I just, I do believe that. I believe that there are certain things grandmama used to keep on that back shelf, work. The last time I went to the Williams dinner, a couple of cousins and I was sitting around talking and talking about our grandma and how she used to we used to go down for the summer, and she used to give us, she would let us eat whatever we wanted to eat all summer. I mean, dirt, rotten vegetables out the garden. She let us play. And when I say this, though, if you know, right? But there was I didn't get allergies till I was an adult. I stayed in the grass as a kid. We played from the time we got up, had breakfast, put on our run around out in the yard clothes, and till it got dark. And sometimes, because we was on her land, we didn't have to come in the house. We just had to stay close to the back porch or the front porch. Make sure, ain't no deer or snakes get us. But there was no curfew. You didn't have to be in the house a certain time. But I still have to say, I got off track, y'all. We ate from the earth. We ate what was in her garden. We ate fresh cucumbers. We ate fresh tomatoes. We ate cabbage that didn't come from a grocery store, right? And I think that's what people, I'm not saying I'm the only one, because I'm not. From what I see on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, people are really trying to get back to being healthy, and I don't care what nobody say. You couldn't get no more healthy, no more organic. That's what they call it these days, organic, than straight out your grandmama garden. Okay, so whatever animal was out there was out there. We ate it. We ate it. It came out one way or another. But she would give us, when my dad would be, coming down to get us, probably the week of or the weekend of him coming back to pick us up, we would stand in line, and she would have this. Grandma, first of all, God rest your soul, it wasn't a teaspoon, it was a tablespoon, okay? That was a lot of castor oil on that spoon. Now when I think about back over as an adult, and I know what a teaspoon and a tablespoon is and the difference. That wasn't no teaspoon. That was a tablespoon of castor oil. And she would give us a tablespoon of castor oil, clean everything out before you go home. Because we ate like butcher's dogs the whole summer. And y'all, all of my pineapples have been, I want to make sure I don't want to tell no lie. All my pineapples have been juiced, and it did not. This is a 1 gallon pitcher. Okay? Here's the gallon right here. Okay? So when I tell y'all, it takes, so people be looking at me like, what the world? How much fruit is she going to eat? It's not a lot. It's not a lot. It doesn't go very far. And y'all going to see in a minute, in about 2 minutes, when I start cutting up this watermelon, y'all going to see how far one watermelon go. As y'all can see, I did all the pineapples. I have no more pineapples. And this half a gallon. Man, maybe a little over half. Maybe a smidget over half a gallon. Okay? So the reason I buy so much fruit is because it take a lot. It does. Now, I went and got these watermelons. From this store that had them on sale. Now, and that's another thing. If you know, you know. And again, everything I say on my live is my preference. I want to preface that by saying that. It's my preference. You do not have to go spend your money on anything that I prefer. Okay? But I prefer seeded watermelons. Okay? I have bought seedless. I don't want y'all to think, I'm above eating seedless fruit. I'm not. I prefer seeded. This watermelon better be sweet too. Because it smells good. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. I ain't washed nothing. I'm not juicing this. I've seen people do it. I'm not. So y'all saying, don't get in my comments and say, oh my gosh, she ain't washed the rind. I'm not, because I'm not juicing it. I'm not eating none of this. I'm eating all that. Y'all, ain't nothing left on it, but I'm just saying. And this is what we did all summer. Bree. Oh my gosh. Did Grandma have watermelons in her garden? I can't remember. Y'all, I got watermelon all over. Okay. Anywho, I'm going to slice it up. Anybody from my family? Hey, Mama. Anybody from my family that had Grandma Darcy as a grandma, please come on and answer if they remember if Grandma had watermelons in her garden. I know tomatoes, I know cucumbers, I know squash, cabbage, and all that, but I don't remember watermelon. But, so, I sliced up the watermelon, like so, like that. And I'm going to just take my knife And I'm going to go around the base. Y'all can't see what I'm doing, but you're just going to have to take my word for it, because this knife is sharp and I'm not trying to lose no fingers. Trying to hold my iPad and cut watermelon at the same time. So even though the juicer is going to break it down into little to juice, I'm trying to cut it into smaller pieces, because if y'all remember earlier, I brought y'all over here to show you the juicer. The hole is only but so big, and I got to squish it in there. So rather than going through all of that and being abusive to my fruit, I'm going to just cut it up into little square pieces like that. And that way it'll go into the chute a little bit better, a little easier. Okay? And then that's that. Y'all, my trash can, thank God I don't have to take out trash. My sons do that, because when I'm done with all of this fruit, that trash get mighty heavy. And so they take that out. Sometimes multiple trips. But for now, I'm going to just toss that in my sink, because I need my space. I see these big old cutting boards online, and I keep saying I'm going to get me one, a giant one, or even get one of those ones, one of those sets that have multiple cutting boards with it, like different sizes. Y'all are more than welcome to gift that to me. But I do need multiple and or a large, extra large cutting board. Okay, so because I said, I don't know, for those of you who weren't here or might have been coming in the room after I said it, I'm not cleaning my juicer right now because it's pineapple, and pineapple is going to be paired in the bottles with the watermelon. So I feel okay without having to clean it and then come back and clean it. The only time you'll probably see me clean it and take a pause is when I go to my berries, which is going to be my strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. I'm going to be pairing that with something. And nobody has came in that room and asked and told me what to pair it with. So now y'all going to make me go to Google. Who else came in? Okay, my cousin Shelton said kiwi, spinach, oranges, mangoes, pineapple, ginger, strawberries. Good God, cuz. Kiwi, spinach. Are you saying that I can pair all of that together at one time? Because I ain't getting no spinach. I got cucumbers. Kiwi and spinach and oranges. Okay, so I can do the kiwi with oranges, pineapple, or strawberries. Okay, I got all of that. I don't have mangoes and I don't have any spinach. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay. So I can do the kiwi with pineapple. I can do the kiwi with strawberries. Okay, maybe I'll do the kiwi and strawberry together. That sounds good. I also have green apples. So listen, y'all, I'm gonna be a minute. So if y'all got somewhere to be, and I'm gonna show y'all the seeds come right out into the pulp. Watermelon is soft, so I don't have to do a whole bunch of heavy pushing like I had to do with that watermelon. I mean, with that pineapple. And I'm gonna put a couple pieces in so y'all can see. Wipe my hands because my iPad gonna be sticky. Let me flip this camera around real quick. Okay. All right. So you see it? See the watermelon in there? See the pulp and the juice. Pulp and juice. Pulp is in here. Juice is in here. I'm going to push that down a little bit, give it some help. Like so, like that. And I'm going to put some more watermelon. This is very hard to do, to hold this thing, but and just push it down in there gently. It don't take a whole lot because watermelon's very soft. See how it's going down in there. This is the masticator right here. This is what separates the juice and the pulp. This little doohickey in here. And if y'all are on here when I take this apart to clean it, I'll show you. But yeah, that's what's doing the work. This is grinding it up. And this right here, you're going to see all of that gooky stuff stuck on there. But I have a brush that helps me to clean that. Okay. So sit y'all back up there. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Trying to figure out what works with what, because I got a ton of fruit. And I don't drink orange juice, so I have to mix. I don't. It's weird. I know what y'all gonna say. I'm not even going. I'm not even gonna try to justify what I'm getting ready to say. It makes absolutely no sense. I do not like orange juice by out the carton, right? But I can drink my orange juice mixed, like out of the juicer. I can drink it. Now, y'all can explain that one to me. I can't drink it. I don't care if it has no pulp in it at the store. I cannot drink orange juice. We go out to breakfast. I get tea. I cannot drink orange juice. But if I pair it with something, which I have been in the juicer, I can drink it. Make it make sense. I cannot. Sorry. Okay, so this is almost full. I'm just going to shove these little bitty pieces in here because I want all my fruit, all my juice. I've heard people say you don't need a whole lot of space to start a garden. Baby, let me tell you something. I need some space that I just don't have. I want lemons. I want greens. I want a lot. And I see all of these different ways you can do gardens in small spaces. Thanks, but no thanks. I probably could get away with a little under an acre, maybe an acre designated for just my garden. Maybe, yeah. Acre is pretty nice size, I think. Okay, so I told y'all I have another picture. My strainer. Now, this is what I was trying to show y'all with the pineapple. Maybe because it was too light and the cloth was light. But I'm going to show y'all. This is what I was talking about. So, even though I got the pulp out, can y'all see? Can y'all see that? Whatever that is, I didn't want it in my juice. It's something, it's not the pulp itself, and maybe, I don't know. But see this stuff right here? That stuff. I don't want that in my juice. I don't know what it is, but I don't want it. Okay. Okay. So we got all our juice. Can y'all? Oh, y'all can really see it now. See that? What is that? Okay. So that was half a watermelon, y'all. I ain't did the other half yet. This is half of a watermelon, a whole watermelon. So I'm gonna keep going. So this is my watermelon that's been juiced. Okay. That's the other half. When I tell y'all, it is a little time consuming. I ain't gonna lie. And I might make it a little longer because, you know, of the way I do it. But it is time consuming for me. And I don't know if I said it, but I'm going to say it again. If you are on my page or you log on to my page and you want to watch my page and you want to send me a comment or two and tell me how to, you know, shorten the process, if there is such a thing, by all means, please help your sister. Please. I'm open to suggestion. If it'll make my life and this process simpler, and I think that's, you know, what we're missing in humanity, of trying to help one another, you know, come up with ideas, and I don't care what it is, you know. If I can help you, I'm gonna help you, even if it's just information. Okay? Even if it's just information. Sometimes you don't know what somebody may have not thought about, right? And it's like, oh man, so and so juicing. Let me see, you know, how she did it, or, you know, whatever. So a lot of times you never know what information you could use or you can have that might help somebody, that might be, you know, delving into juicing for whatever reason. That's none of my business. Why you juicing is none of my business. But if I can give you information to help you, you know, start on your path to juicing, then baby, I'm gonna share it. I don't have no problem. I can't give you exact dates of when I bought stuff, or, you know, how much such and such stuff costs, but if you give me a couple minutes, it's in my history. It's in my cart somewhere in my purchase history, because chances are it came off of Amazon. That's for certain. I can tell you where I bought it. You know, so let's just keep that in mind when we are on our journey. Don't mean we can't help other people on theirs. Amen. Amen. Okay, so we're going to finish up with this other half of watermelon and see what that gets us. Y'all, me and this cotton board are not in agreement. I got juice going everywhere off the clipboard. What I really would like is one that can go stretch all the way across my sink, from one side of my sink to the other. I'm putting that in the universe. That's what I really would like. One that goes all the way across my sink. Because when I tell you, the juice be falling off this cutting board, like running all underneath my coffee maker, my toaster. But I do a thorough cleaning when I'm finished. But right now, and y'all know, those of you who've seen my videos before, when I clean, you know I like to clean as I go. This ain't one of them moments. Okay, this ain't one of them times where I can clean as I go. I can wipe up a little bit of juice, like it's sliding off my cutting board. So this is not one of those lives where y'all see me doing dishes and stuff, because this is a juicing process and it just don't make sense to clean while I'm juicing. Like, I can't. I don't know if it's possible to have one side of a watermelon sweet and the other one not, but that wasn't a real sweet piece that I just stole and put in my mouth. Uh-oh. That slid down in my sink. So, I don't know what it is. The end piece seems like it's sweeter. Okay. So my cup almost full by the time I finish with these few little pieces here. So I'm gonna strain this. Somebody said you can eat the watermelon seeds. I don't know. Can you? I may have eaten some when I was a kid. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna let that keep dripping for a little bit, because sometimes when I take it up too soon, I have juice all over the place and pulp all over the place. So this is the pulp from that. And I don't know. Like I said, my cousin said I could use it and bake with it as well. My cousin Sabrina on here. Hey, Aunt Linda. Hey, beautiful. So my other half of my watermelon, right? This is the other half. So this, after it's strained, is going to be one whole watermelon. Y'all, and when I tell y'all, this is why I can't say it again. I'm going to say it again, but I can't say it enough. That's a whole watermelon, y'all. These are gallon pitchers. Pitchers. Not pictures, pitchers. And y'all can see. Hey, Auntie. Thank you so much, sweetie pie. Snookums. So, yeah, it takes a lot of fruit to get a gallon of juice. Y'all think I'm playing? This is one watermelon. Y'all just see me juice it. So this ain't no trickery. This is no camera pause. I came back. Nope. One watermelon in a gallon pitcher. Okay. So for those of you just joining, I've already juiced a pineapple. This was 5. How many did I do, y'all? 5 pineapples. I did 3 and 2. Yeah, 5 pineapples. Not even a gallon of juice. Okay? All right. So, while I am going to wash, I'm trying to think if I have enough. Okay. So right now I have enough watermelon and pineapple to do about, because I do half and half, right? So I'm going to do, get my little funnel. I'm going to show y'all real quick. So the bottles come with funnels, right? I don't need a big funnel. So I thought I had opened up one of these already. I did. So you take your funnel, like so, like that, and you sit it in your bottle, right? Okay. So, but remember I said I was going to do my ginger last. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to take and put, hold on. Because I'm doing the ginger in the watermelon pineapple bottles, right? I do not need to clean this until I get ready to juice another fruit. Okay? So I got my ginger right here. And remember what I said, y'all. I literally, when y'all see how much ginger, okay, so let me back up because I'm all over the place. The first time I juiced, I let my bonus daughter taste one of my bottles. And she was like, good God Almighty, it's a lot of ginger. Like it was burning, right, her chest. So I said, okay, all right. I like ginger, but I will admit it was strong, even for me. And I like ginger, but it was a little on the strong side. I did not realize that the ginger would overpower the fruit. Okay, I had watermelon, pineapple. I had oranges and something else, and the fruit was just drowned out by the ginger. So I had to dial it back and use my little eighth of a teaspoon for my ginger. So if you see me doing two of these or one of these, I probably will do one because the bottles are so small. But at any rate, so let's go ahead and I'm going to cut my ginger into like a long piece. And because I'm going to use the ginger for pretty much everything I juice that is going to have some ginger in it, I'm just going to pour it in this cup after it goes into this container here. So I'm going to rinse this out really quick or wash it out really quick because I want you to be able to see the actual natural ginger juice in its raw form. Okay. Okay. So I just bought some more paper towels because we go through paper towels here like crazy. Okay. So I don't want no water added to my ginger. Okay. So this is one root. But I promise y'all it's going to look like it's not enough, and it will be. All right, so let's just see how much juice this one root. I cut it in half so you can see it. Now, you're going to see some juice coming out because it's still recycling through the masticator, but the ginger root is going to be like a yellow golden color. Okay, and this is just the pulp from the ginger root. Kind of look like wood. I dare not put it in my mouth. But that's what the skin off of the ginger. And some people peel theirs. I don't. I let the juicer do the work. Um, but this is ginger juice. And trust and believe this is going to go a long way. All right. So I'm going to just sit that in the sink for right now because I already know I'm getting ready to wash it. So remember I said I'm just going to pour the ginger in here because I'm not using a whole lot, right? So we're going to do half. We're going to do half pineapple, right? And we're going to do the other half watermelon. Okay. And we're going to take this little eighth of a teaspoon and put our ginger in, like so, like that. And we're going to take off our filter, our little funnel, snap on our lid. Pineapple watermelon. Now, I'm going to put labels on these, but I'm going to fill them up first and then I'll probably do my labels. Y'all don't need to see that. But if just in case you want to see what it looks like, these labels come with the bottles, little sticky labels. I'll see that. And it basically says 100% fresh juice, best for you. And that's what it is. So I'll take a pen and write what's in each bottle. I usually will go as far as the juice goes. So however many bottles I get out of these two pitchers of watermelon pineapple, and then I'll go to something else. I'll go to the oranges and something else. But I do have a whole nother watermelon that I'm going to juice. But I wanted to show y'all the ginger process first. But right now I'm going to empty out these two pitchers. So hey, sis. Minister Coleman, I appreciate you, sis. So we're going to do one more bottle, and I'll show y'all again. So I have two bottles here. So, and it really does not matter which juice you put in first. It doesn't. Half and half. So we're doing half watermelon juice, and it looks like half, but it might be a little bit more. And that's, again, it's not rocket science. Like nothing's going to blow up if you have more watermelon than pineapple or more pineapple than watermelon. Okay. So take your little funnel off. I didn't do this the last time, but it doesn't matter when you put your ginger in, honestly. Boop. There you go. Put your lid on. Snap it. Okay. So I'm just going to keep going, guys. And when I go to do a different fruit, I'm going to come back on. But let's see. I'm sorry if I'm not watching the screen because I'm doing multiple things. So if y'all have a question, anybody have any questions about anything that I can help you with? I'll try to keep glancing at the screen to see. But otherwise, this is gonna get labeled and thrown in the freezer. When I tell y'all, I had about 15 bottles, the big bottles that I showed y'all first time. And when I tell you, my sons went through them like they was drinking Deer Park water. If I tell you, I got one bottle, maybe, of juice out of 15 bottles. So I said, okay, this time I decided to just do the smaller bottles. Nothing wrong with the bigger bottles. This was the big bottle that I had previously, and I just went with a smaller version. You cannot imagine how much fruit it took to fill up these big bottles. So me trying to stretch my fruit a little ways, I don't know if I showed y'all how much fruit I actually have, because I think I said this is a no judgment zone. But I do have a lot of fruit. But as I said, fruit is expensive. Food, period, is expensive. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I've had one of the, that's a little bit more than half. I like pineapple, y'all, so I don't mind if it's a little bit more than half pineapple. But I've actually drank one of these as a meal. I would not replace every meal with this, but again, you know, isn't that a pretty color, y'all? Look at that. That is so cute. I may have to do something like that for the holidays. Maybe make a nice little refreshing holiday punch or something with that, with the fresh juice. That is so stinking cute. Look. Can y'all see that? So, yeah. I'm going to try to finish up these. I have one more watermelon, but I don't have any more pineapple. So I'm going to, if I want to pair my pineapple with anything else, I'm going to have to slow my roll. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. How many bottles did I just do? I have 5 pineapple watermelon bottles. So I try to do 5, 5, 5, 5. So I try to do like 15, but like 5 of one, 5 of another, like that. And because I have so much fruit, oh my gosh. Those just joining, what's in this cup, I've already juiced it, but it's ginger root. And I'm just adding 1/8 teaspoon to the juice. These are going to have ginger only, and then I'll do some with ginger and turmeric. So homecoming was Sunday, and I had to make dessert, right? I had to make my assignment was string beans and pound cake, and that was all I was asked to make. I wound up making a lemon pound cake, macaroni tuna salad, string beans, and a pineapple pound cake. Y'all, didn't I go buy me some more crushed pineapples to make another pineapple cake? Because I ain't getting none at all. Now, my lemon pound cake, I make that all the time, so that wasn't a big deal. But I did not get not one slice of that pineapple pound cake. So if somebody from the Mount Hope Baptist Church family had a taste, I don't care if it was a pinch, of the pineapple pound cake, please log on and let me know if that cake was good, because it looked good when I packaged it, but I don't know what it tastes like, because I ain't getting not a slice, not a crumb. So when I went to the grocery store today, I bought me 2 cans of crushed pineapple, because I'm going to make a pound cake with crushed pineapple, or pineapple pound cake is what I called it, I believe. Okay, y'all. So now is the part you probably don't need to see, but I want to take it apart so y'all can see the components of this juicer. So just bear with me a minute. I need to get this stuff out my way. I'm going to slide these over on my bar area here, just to get them out the way for a little bit. Did I show y'all all the fruit? Did I show y'all the fruit that I had? My turmeric, for those just logging on, I'm going to repeat it a couple times. Don't get annoyed with me, but a lot of people that are not logged on, that weren't logged on, I do not want to not share this information with y'all. Turmeric is very good for arthritis. If y'all can't see it, it looks like an arthritic finger. And yeah, it's very good for arthritis. Very strong. All you do is add a little sprinkle. Depending on how much turmeric you use, you only need a smidget. When I tell you an eye of a needle of black pepper to activate this, don't take a whole lot. You ain't gotta shake the black pepper in it like that. Just open up however you have your black pepper. Mine is usually in a little table thing, and I just go in there and take. I can't even say a pinch. A pinch is too much. You literally can put the black pepper on the eye of a needle. That's the best way I can explain it. And drop it in your turmeric to activate it. This does not activate and do what it's supposed to do in your body without the black pepper. Okay? So that's that. Ginger is good for your digestive health. If you're like me, you suffer with acid reflux, GERD, nausea, anything that deals with the gut, ginger root, very good for that. And that's what's in this cup. I already juiced it, and because I just poured the soup. I poured it out, but it's ginger in here. You do not need a whole lot. It is very, very, very strong. If you've ever sucked on a piece of ginger candy, very strong. So you don't need a whole lot. But I'm going to wash this up really, really fast, and then I'm going to take this apart really quick. So let me just... Give y'all the church finger. And I'm going to wash this up really quick. Woo! Hot water. Wash my strainer out really good because I'm definitely going to use this for my elderberry. Okay. And right now, I think I'm going to check that and see if that's cooled down a lot or enough in order for me to strain it. And then we're going to switch gears and go to another set of fruit. But before I do that, let me take this juicer apart. And it's really not hard, y'all. When I show y'all, y'all gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, it's relatively simple. It's not like it's a whole bunch of like 75 pieces to it. It's really not." Let me get this out the way because I'm gonna knock this over again. So watch this very quick. I take this out, which was my little thing you press the fruit down in, right? Comes off. Press this little button in here like that. Turn it. And it releases. Okay? That's it. Now, move that out the way. Now, this black part that the pulp comes out of, sometimes I gotta take a real pointy knife or like the other end of I might be able to get it out, but sometimes it doesn't come out. But anyway, my hands are slippery. You gotta twist it and it comes off like that. See all of that? That's not in my juice. That's not in the juice. That goes through here. That's what that pulp comes through. So when you see it sitting on it like that, that's everything that's not in your juice, that you don't want in your juice. And remember when I showed y'all see all that? You don't want that in your juice. See all that? You don't want that in your juice. So if you do decide to get into juicing, get you one that's masticating. In the description, it'll say masticating juicer. Some of them do it automatically. I don't know. I just had to look it up. Sometimes I just tap this like this, and it comes right on out like that. It's all out. But I still obviously wash it. But yeah, make sure if you do decide to buy a juicer, any kind, just make sure you read the description thoroughly before you buy it. and make sure it does what you want it to do. I wanted a masticating juicer. I wanted my pulp to be separated from my juice. And when I was shopping for one, I was very specific in that. So I have a little, this brush came with my juicer. So all I do is put a little dish detergent. Now, normally, because I'm getting ready to go back to juicing, this would soak in the sink. But I don't have that kind of time. And I want to get this fruit, so all I'm doing is just scrubbing it, and you can see it's already coming clean. Don't take a whole lot. It's already clean. I just want to make sure all my ginger, all my fruit from the previous batch is out of there, right? There's no such thing, in my opinion, as it's not like I'm doing pork and chicken or, I'm doing juice. So if it just so happens to, it's just like the juice when I was doing the ginger, and it was, I think, watermelon coming out into the ginger. It's not a big deal because I'm putting ginger in the watermelon juice anyway. But if I'm doing like, raspberries, like I said, I did say I'm doing the ginger last. If y'all remember me saying that, I wanted to do the ginger last because, and you just take the brush and just go around the inside of this like that and get all of that goop out. Whatever goop that is, whether that be leftover fruit particles from your fruit or your pulp, whatever, and run some hot water through it. My hot water is hot water. It's hot, so I can't hold my hand under there too long, but it's all clean. That quick. So, this, it's not too bad to clean. It's all clear. It's got a hole back there, so pretty much I just run hot water through it. Run hot water through the chute. That's the chute that the fruit goes down in, right? Okay, so watch. I'm going to put it back together. I'm going to put this back on here like so. Like that. It's not even, like, you don't even need to look at the directions. Like, it tells you where it goes. That's the hole. I'm going to slide it in there like that. Sorry. Push that in. Push that in. I got to turn this to the side. Can you see? I'm going to stick this in there's only goes in one way, right? So I'm going to push it in there, and you can hear a click. Did you hear it? It's in place. Take this. Make sure that's on there all the way. Take this, turn it in place. I call this my little fruit base because anything that, I can sit fruit up here, but I don't. But I'm going to pop that back on like that. My little pusher. Done. Oh. soap was on my hand. Not paying attention. I almost had soap in my juice. Okay, there you go. Done. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break. And when I come back, and while during that break, just so y'all know, you ain't gotta watch strawberries get clean. But I'm gonna take both of these yummy, delicious strawberries and soak them in a bowl with some baking soda and get all that extra garden stuff we don't want in our strawberry juice. Okay, and so I'm gonna grab a bowl and I am gonna just dump them in there. Big old bowl like that. And woohoo! I'm trying to be healthy, y'all. But I tell y'all, when y'all can smell, if y'all can smell these strawberries, I want to make a strawberry pound cake. That's what I want to make. The first thing, literally, I know. Hard habits are hard to break. I get it. Don't pay me no mind. Don't pay me no mind, y'all. I listen. Can you imagine a puree? Matter of fact, I think I did do a strawberry pound cake before, and I pureed the strawberries and mixed it. Okay, we're not doing that. Okay, all right, we're not here for that, Tawanda. We are juicing fresh juice. So, baking soda. Yep, we just gonna pour it all over the strawberries so they can get nice and clean. Because we don't want no bugs and no pesticides in our juice. Amen. All right, all right. So we're gonna run some water in here in our bowl, like so, like that. Ooh wee, yo, these strawberries smell so good. Everybody don't like strawberries. I like them. Oh, I need some water. Don't that look delicious? Ooh wee. Some of these strawberries might come up missing, y'all. They might end up in a cake on Sunday. I don't know. I'm just saying. I might have to put a couple of these to the side. Uh, mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna pause for the cause and I'll come back. But right now, just know the strawberries are taking a bath in their baking soda bath. Okay? We want them to be nice and clean and when we go to juice them because I'm not doing no peeling. All I'm doing is taking off this because I don't think that this will catch into the masticator. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I just been cutting the head off and then putting it in the juicer. So I'll be back. A few minutes, okay? I thought she was on the phone all this time. She was talking and chatting. You was on live all this time. Okay. Am I paused?